Hey, what's up guys? This is Fox Frost. I'm doing a video for Black Ops 4 Blackout. And so this game I am actually doing commentary on it during the game, but it was very little. I'm playing with 3 random guys I never played with before. Literally no communication back and forth whatsoever. So there's not a lot of commentary, because when I say I was commentating, I was like, I'm playing the game. I'm commentating with them. Like, I'm like trying to share with them what I see, what's going on, trying to play as a team. There wasn't a lot of reciprocation. It's all good. They actually played as a team. It made me wonder, like, they have headsets because at the very end they do talk, but during, they just never really talked. So it was like, okay, well, whatever. I guess I'll just call out what I see and whatever. Because like I said, I would call stuff out as I saw it. Because I'm going to post up and I ultimately get a sniper rifle and I get up kind of high here in array. The close is going to come right basically where I'm at right now. And so we hang out here the entire time, but everybody kind of comes to us, and I think I get like 10 kills or something. But anyway, I'm calling out stuff, and there's just, you know, there's not a lot of fun commentating to hear. Commentary to hear. I've been trying to keep my commentary in there so you guys can hear it, just because I feel like there's some strategy things that people can pick up from that, and it might be helpful, because I know, like, me watching other teams play on YouTube actually helps, and I'll just kind of hear the things they say to each other, the type of communication tactics that seem to be beneficial. Some of it's obvious, like sharing ideas, sharing thoughts is always there, but just the way they do it and whatever, I don't know, it seems to be helpful. If you guys are new to my channel, feel free to hit the like button if you like what you see. If you want to see more of it, subscribe. I'd love to have you. That's always great. And please feel free to throw some comments and questions down. I really enjoy that. I like talking with people and kind of finding out what they thought, or, you know, any shared experiences. I did have one person ask me how many games we have won so far, how many games I have won. So far now, this was my 10th victory here, and then I won another one shortly after. So I've won 11 so far. The majority of those have been hot pursuit. I did win some other ones, though. I want to say there was no solo wins. I've never done that, but I've taken second several times, but never a solo win. Anyway, but so I'm playing in the theater, by the way, so if the screen looks a little weird, if it looks like I'm not picking stuff up when I go over it, that's why. It's because I'm in the theater mode. And it just, for some reason, doesn't show you pick stuff up. It just shows the items still laying there. But anyway, these leprechauns, I love. These are so great. I keep finding these. They're about to go away because they're only going to be here through March, so we only have like maybe a week left of it. But it is super nice. When you find them and you pop one, if you haven't done it already, that's what happens. He'll drop a bunch of random stuff. Usually there'll be a gold gun, a trauma kit, ammo for the gun that you picked up, and then like maybe armor plates, maybe something similar. It's always something kind of along those lines. So I apologize for the beginning of this not having a ton of action right out of the gate. Nobody landed there with us that we saw, or that I saw. But I'm about to pick up some action here right now. I seriously thought that was my teammate. I heard the guy coming, and I was just like, oh, okay, he's just come here with me. And then the dude starts shooting at me, and I was like, oh, yeah. At this point, even if you are my teammate, you're getting taken out. So this part was kind of fun, a little bit exciting. A little cleanup action. So I started seeing that, like, all these gunfights breaking out. I'm like, dude, there are 3 teams here of some form or another. Like, maybe not the whole team, but there are 3 different types of people here. So, and I assume some people were starting to come in and land with us too. Oh yeah. I love that, lighting that dude up with a Molotov. And then my teammate takes that kill. That one should have been mine, but he got him. The dude probably was jacked. I hit him with a shotgun burst, so you know at least a third of his health, if not more, was taken away. And then I hit him with that Molotov, so that couldn't have been a lot of work for my teammate, but whatever. So I basically kick off. I've got a... I think I have a Vapor. I don't even know if I have the Vapor yet. I think... Oh, right here. I pick it up here in a sec. And I use that for a little bit. I get a little shy on the ammo, and then I'm gonna set up these trip mines here in just a minute that just end up being such a lucky spot, and you'll see why, because I'll play some and it'll be like, oh, well, that didn't work out, and then like 2 minutes later, all of a sudden they come in super handy. I feel like they've made a lot of adjustments recently. We were reading on some of them, so like if you don't know the gun names in this, like if you watch the videos and you're not fully familiar with the gun names, you know, sorry, because I might lose you at this spot. But here's the trip mines I'm about to pop off here in a sec. Anyway, the Damon, they've pumped up. The Spitfire, which is one of my favorite guns to use, they unfortunately nerfed the crap out of. So I haven't been using it as much. And I was noticing, because I used it like I always have, and I win a lot of gunfights with it, because it just shoots so ridiculously fast. But because they unfortunately nerfed it, I started just losing gunfight after gunfight with no real explanation, and I was like, man, this sucks. Like, what's going on? I felt, maybe am I just playing bad? Is my shot off? What's going on? And when I looked up the updates, it showed, oh, they nerfed it. They made it do, I want to say it was like less damage per bullet, and it has a shorter range, which is also another way of saying less damage, because if the range is like the kill range has been shortened, then it naturally isn't going to do as much damage at longer distances. So that would make more sense why I'm losing gunfights, because I get into a lot of mid-range gunfights with it, because I learned to control the recoil on it pretty good, but it doesn't do a lot of help. I can't believe I got that guy. I feel like I hit him like maybe once or twice, so somebody else must have been working on him pretty good. Anyway, so some of the commentary I was making with these guys, and I actually watched through this video. I was thinking we communicated a little bit more than we do. Having watched through the video, though, or the gameplay, they literally never say a word the entire time we're playing until the very, very end when we've won. And then all of a sudden, all of them have microphones, and I'm like, oh, so you guys do know how to talk. But it's all good. They were, like I said, they were fun enough to play with. At least it was a good game. So this spot right here, highly recommend it. I mean, look at how much stuff I can see. It works out great. But some of the commentary was, I just started calling out what I saw. So I was trying to tell my team, hey guys, there's at least 2 guys over there on those buildings. I see people dropping in. Here's their location, south side, 168, whatever it might have been. And so, anyway, but the Vapor is, on the flip side of that, is one of the probably best guns you can pick up right now. The Rampart was beefed up, so it has more kill range, like it does more damage from higher range abilities now. It has a lot of bullet drop. The bullets move slow, but it is a heavy damage gun, so you guys need to make sure you account for the bullet drop on it, but it's really good. The Vapor is the same way. They beefed it up, gave it a little bit more range. I want to say the ADS, either the Rampart or the Vapor, one of them, they improved the ADS time. So ADS is aiming down the sight, so it's how quick you can shoulder it up to be able to shoot at someone. They did pump that up, so that's also really nice. They dropped down the SOG. The SOG, they kind of jacked up a lot of the SMGs, I think. Like the Damon they made better, but the SOG 9mm, the Spitfire, and then those were all made worse. Oh, they did I take that back. The GK5 and the MX9, they actually added a little bit more kill range too, which I think is great, because you land with the MX9. If you get, I don't get beat. I never get killed in this round of Hot Pursuit, so you won't see me respawn with it. But if you have watched some of my videos, or if you play, or if you've seen it, you'll see the GK5 is the gun that you land with when you get killed and you're respawning from the 3rd time on. So there's 5 respawns. You can notice that on the left side of the screen. If you get killed, you will respawn up to 5 times prior to you no longer being able to respawn again. Now there's a timer that goes down the entire time, and so if you get killed, it'll show you your respawn timer, and then you'll come back, just in case you're unfamiliar with those concepts. So, alright, we are about to get to the good action here. I know it's been a little bit slower pace getting up to this point. There's been a little bit of gunfights here in the middle, but this middle to end of the game, in my opinion, is just super fun. I'm about to show you what those trip mines were all about. And I'm like calling these out, by the way. So there is a ton of supply drops that land with us. I think there's like 3 of them. I don't go get any of them, so I don't even know what's in them. But oh, right here. So listen up. Listen up. This car is coming around. I did see that guy down there on the left, but I wanted to guard my team, and I heard this car coming in. I thought they were a bigger threat than that dude. And boom! Just great trip mine placement. Wow. How did I know that was coming? What an amazing place. Don't get too excited. Those ones are useless. They never do anything. They don't contribute. They don't pull their weight. They don't pay rent. They're useless. But it's okay. It is okay because the other ones got us 2 kills, and I'm going to be happy about that. It was funny. After that strip mines went off, I heard those guys. They're like, yeah, we're both dead. Yeah, there's guys over here. It was funny. It sucks because I've been on the opposite side of that. The trip mines is like the worst way to die in Blackout. Especially in regular game mode where you don't respawn, because it's like, wow, so glad that we just put all that strategy and time and effort into that, because now I'm freaking dead and it doesn't matter what I had. That's like the worst feeling, going around looting, you get all this great stuff and then you just die needlessly at the end and you're like, well, that was fun. So there's the rampart I was talking about, or the the paladin I was talking about. And so now I'm ready to rock and roll. Vapor, I switched to close range. My setups, I like having a close range gun and I like having a long range gun. It might just do that. I feel like that's the best strategy. I think pros do that. I think it's an obvious thing, but not everybody follows it. One of the worst things you can do is have 2 assault rifles. Like, in my opinion, unless you have a purpose for it. Some people have their preferences, and I'm not knocking that. But, in my opinion, it's pretty pointless, because you're basically playing 2 ranges. This isn't like multiplayer, where it's a quick switch. Like, if you run out of ammo, you want to quickly switch to another gun that's basically the same. Then it is beneficial to have 2 assault rifles. But on this game mode, that's just not typically the case, really. You're much better off having one that's short range, having one that's long. So my Vapor is going to be a great short range gun option, mid to short range, and my Paladin obviously is like the ultimate long range weapon. The Paladin seems to have the least amount of bullet drop and it has the quickest bullet movement speed, so it's super helpful in that sense. I really wanted to shoot those guys, but then these guys distracted me. So what are we up to? There's so 3 kills. I think 7 more to follow. Oh yeah, make that 4. Alright, here's the fun part. Here's where the action starts to happen. This started getting really intense. I was calling all this out to my team, and I was like, hey guys, 168 south. Another guy just landed on the west side. I'm gonna hear a car coming in, whatever. It started getting really intense. It was a lot of fun. And truthfully, part of what I've learned with Blackout is just being smart with your movements. Strategizing with your team is always helpful, but a big part of it's luck. More so than I feel like multiplayer is. Like multiplayer, I mean, you want to have a good team, hopefully, but that, because that does matter. But you can still play really good even if your team's not great. It's sometimes more difficult, but you can still play good. Whereas on Blackout, having that team is so much more beneficial. Like, I have won games. I've played on teams where we didn't communicate at all. I didn't even go near them ever, and I have won. But it's rare, and there's a lot of luck involved. I mean, it's not like I just owned everybody else. I just got lucky and got in the right places and did the right movements. But there's a lot to be said for the close coming straight to you like it does for us here. To only have to move like 30 feet at the end of the match is very beneficial. Oh, I started to say earlier, they changed up the vehicles. The police cruiser, I think they actually took it away for a little bit. And then they brought it back, but it doesn't do... I don't think it takes as much damage. The maneuverability is definitely much less than the cars, which is really good news, because it was ridiculous. Yeah, I think we can all agree that was a pretty good shot. Anyway, it was ridiculous. You could have a muscle car, which had no sensor on it, that maneuvered the same as a police cruiser. It had same speed capacity as the police cruiser, but it was open topped and it could only fit 2 people. It was like, dude, it's way underpowered, or the cruiser is way overpowered. The cruiser can hold 4 people. If you turn the siren on, it has a sensor that comes up, like you can just tell where everybody is in your immediate vicinity, and it has covered top and everything, so people can't just shoot you very easily. It's like so ridiculous, the difference between those two. So I was really glad they did make some changes to it. But the cruisers all but went away. I didn't see any for like a week or 2 maybe, and then they did start coming around. So all right. This end here. So running out of bullets with my Vapor sucked. There was no ammo on the ground there, by the way. It looks like there was just now, because again, we're in theater mode, but there was only an ABR laying there. There was no actual ammo. So that really sucked. So I had 34 bullets going into the end game with a Paladin as my backup, and I was just thinking, man, I've got a lot of throwables. I'm just going to start burning them. Speaking of burning. And then I kill myself with my own fire. And then my teammate luckily pulls that off. So there you go. There's our victory. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you, again, any questions, comments, you want to hit the like button, always appreciate that. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time, and Fox Frost out.
Check fire! Check fire!